When I first came to live with my mom, I spent many hours in this sauna trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. I came down here every day because it was a place where I could be quiet and try to figure out what I was going to do next. My life had crashed down around me and I was completely stuck. So I found it only appropriate to come back here and think about what exactly it was that got me unstuck so that I could share it with you. I got the chance to ask a psychiatrist a question this week, something that I really wanted to know. I asked him, you see a lot of patients, and some of your patients get better, and some of them do not get better. What is the difference that you see between your patients that get better and go on to live normal lives and your patients that stay stuck? He was able to answer that question immediately. He gave me one word, and that word was resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. He said that there were biological components, basically in our DNA, that determined how we handled stressful life events, or SLEs, as he called them. My friend and I were talking about phoenixes the other day and how they just rise up from the ashes. And she was like, my phoenix is tired. Jennifer, my phoenix is really tired. She said, my phoenix is missing feathers. I've had to rise up from the ashes so many times. And I was like, yeah, I get that. I was like, my phoenix is bald. And anyway, we were describing how decrepit our phoenixes were. And I know that so many of you that have been in toxic relationships can relate to this. Your phoenix is tired. Because when you're in a toxic relationship or involved with toxic people, your phoenix gets really tired. You're constantly having to rise up from those ashes. You are constantly having to reinvent yourself. You're starting over all the time. Because toxic people, remember, they like chaos. And when things are going normally, that's just not good enough for them. They get bored and they have to stir up drama. They want chaos. The thought of resilience being completely biological did not give me a lot of hope. And then I found something called spiritual resilience. Spiritual resilience, an individual's ability to sustain a sense of self-purpose through their beliefs, principles, values, and morals. My cat is staring at me. It's creepy. Our beliefs, principles, values, and morals, those are all things that are within our control. As many of you know, I was in a really bad place, and you've probably seen that if you've watched my channel and some of the other videos that I've done. I was stuck, and I mean I was stuck. I was angry, I was alone, I was fearful. I was stuck. I mean, I was stuck bad. I was exhausted. It was like somebody had thrown me into a really deep hole way down into the ground. And every time that I would try to crawl my way up out of that hole, I would start to see like a little glimmer of light at the top. And then when I started to get some traction and I started to move forward, just someone would just heap more dirt down on top of me, and it would just completely annihilate me. Everything that I read and researched about what to do after divorce told me to do things like reinvent yourself, forgive yourself, do things that you love that make you feel good, go out with your friends, I tried doing everything. I even tried going to counseling, and that didn't help me. It might help some people, and if it does, great, that's awesome. It just didn't help me. Literally, my counselor would sit across from me and I would tell her my story, like pretty much like the one in my videos that you've seen before. And she would just be like this. Like, I think that, I know counselors have heard a lot of stuff, but I don't think she knew what to do with me. Then there was this one night where my friend Carmen wanted to take me out to dinner. Hey Carmen, hey girl, I love you, but I have to tell this story. She took me out to dinner and we ordered our food and our drinks, and our food came. And well, let me tell you a little bit about Carmen. She's so nice, she's so giving, she's so amazing. She's got a great personality, and she is one of my very best friends. And she knows me very well. She's known me for like 20 something years. Anyway, we were having a great time. We were having our food and our drinks, and there's one thing about Carmen though. She doesn't play around. She lays it out. She lays it out straight. There is no messing around when it comes to her. So one minute there was nice Carmen, and then all of a sudden we get our food and she looks at me and she said, "Jennifer, I'm worried about you." And I was like, her whole composure changed. And she was like, "Enough of this, enough of what you're doing. You're doing the same things over and over again, and nothing is changing. You have got to move on. You have got to get a job. You've got to start your life back over again." And here we were in this nice restaurant, and my food was right here, and I just started crying at the table. I started crying at the table. It's embarrassing. I was just crying, well, I just want to make candles. I want to make my candles again. And she was like, "That's not an option right now. It's not an option right now. You have to get a big girl job and start your life over again." And man, oh my God, I was so mad at her. I thought that she had ruined my life just telling me that. And thank God for friends who shoot straight, because without them, I'm not sure I would be alive right now. Thank God for her, because she ended up helping me get a resume together. I wouldn't have even known how to write a resume if it had not been for her. She helped me write the resume, and I got a job. And that's when I had a huge epiphany. I realized the one thing that was the key component of me getting unstuck. The one thing that nobody else had told me, but it's very simple. That one thing is responsibility. That person that left you in the dust, that didn't take any responsibility for their actions, they're not going to take responsibility for you. Responsibility is what set my life in motion. The universe rewards motion, and when we are stuck in one place and we're not doing anything to move forward, everything is still going to go on around us. But when we take that responsibility for our health, for our emotions, our financial responsibilities, for how I spend my time, responsibility for how I treat others, responsibility for who I let in my life. In return, that creates self-esteem, that creates boundaries and it creates values. It's a game changer. It was a game changer for me. When we take care of our things, our belongings. Speaking of taking care of your belongings, I am obsessed with my Def Leppard t-shirt. And no, Alexa, you cannot borrow it, so don't come over here and steal it from me. Alexa is my oldest daughter, and I named her Alexa. She was mad at me when she was a teenager because she said that I named her a stripper name. She was really upset and hated her name. And then Amazon Alexa came out. So you can imagine how she feels about her name right now. I have linked down below where you can purchase this awesome Def Leppard t-shirt. Also, the bad donkey mug. And also some of you have been asking about my Black Sabbath mug. So I will link where you can purchase those down below. I challenge you today to take responsibility for the things that have happened in your life that are unfair, that are unjust, that are awful. Take responsibility for them. Assess the damage, take out the trash, and move forward. That trash is not your baggage. It's just one hell of a story. While we're on the subject of responsibility, I just wanted to add that my daughter one time, after my husband and I separated, thought it would be funny to sign me up for a dating website. And one of the questions was, how would your mom describe you? And Alexa put, irresponsible. 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 That's how my mom would describe me, literally. She nailed it. And guys actually asked me out with that on my bio. Go figure. Everything is energy. Staying stagnant is the worst thing that you can do. It's all about that motion. I think that I forgot to mention that I love you guys, and I am so thankful for you guys' comments, for your likes. Why did my mom just come here and smell something? What was that? So all is good. She came in here because she thought she smelled something on fire, and there is nothing on fire. The only thing on fire is you guys. You guys are on fire. Your encouragement is on fire. Your inspiration is on fire. Your stories that you have shared below are amazing, and I appreciate every one of you so very much. My prayer for you is that you will be grateful with everything that life throws at you. No matter where you are in life, you will be grateful that God will open doors that need to be opened. He will close doors that need to be closed. That He will bring the right people into your life at the right time. That you will be a bright light and a blessing to all those you come in contact with. Hurt people don't have to hurt people. Hurt people can help people. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. So much love and light. Until next time.